Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's good to see all of you. There's so many of you already on here.
I got my list for talkies, so stay on.
Make sure you say, some of you are already like 10 minutes before.
If you want cosmic brownies instead of talkies, tell me in the chat and I'll go get you some. Or if there's something else you like, I'll spoil you.
Oh, Malia's keeping us in suspense. Okay, so today we're going to look at, today's an exciting night because it is our last step before we actually get to start creating your projects. So you have done, what have we done? Thesis statement. We did some research.
Annotated bib.
Annotated bibliography. Yeah, not in that order.
We picked our topic. We narrowed our topic. We did our annotated bib. Last week we worked on thesis, and now we have the final step before we get to start actually producing, which is drum roll.
Drum roll. What is it? It's timeline. And this is going to kind of give us a structure to build your pieces from. Whatever category you're competing in, we need to have this timeline. It is definitely very important. So we're going to show you how to do that tonight. Make sure that in the chat you say what period you are from, and if your name is not the name that shows, make sure you let us know who you are. And then also, if you want talkies or something else, I vote cosmic brownies. But a lot of you like...
I'll bring you your cosmic brownies for sure.
Because all the ones at my house are gone. Somebody just left an empty box on the counter. It was so sad.
One of the girls had her birthday today. She's so sweet. And she had a big box of cosmic brownies. I was like, right on. I get it. I love it. Well, I'm so glad everyone is here. We are super excited to teach you about timelines. So, again, in the chat, if you don't want talkies, if you want something else, make sure you tell me what you want. So where do you want us to start with the timeline? Should we just jump in?
Let me show you where that is. So all of you should be in our Google Classroom. If not, let us know. I'm going to share my window. Please don't panic over how many tabs I have open on it. I promise they're all important. There we go. Okay, so this is your Google Classroom. And I added this assignment that says History Day Prep. So for this, you are going to be clicking on this and it's going to open a document for yourself. But basically, we're going to put in all this information.
Shout out to Clara and Emma for telling me in the chat what they want. I'm writing it down.
Okay. So here we go. So this document, it's kind of interactive. So you're going to be filling in information on it. So if you start with the first one, you've already chosen your topics. If you're here tonight, you most likely have a topic. So you don't need to look at this. It's just how to choose your topic. But if you already know it, you can skip that slide. Then you're going to fill in your topic here. And you need to open this. Well, you'll open with Google Docs when you open it. And you'll fill in your topic there. And then we've already done that. Then you started your research. You already know how to research because most of you have been with us this whole time. So if you want to refresh your research tips, there's a little lesson right there for that. Then you're going to put a link to your bibliography. So let me show you how to do that real quick. If I have a document here and I want a link to it, I'm just going to click on share and then see right here, it says restricted, but you're going to change it to anyone with the link or OMSD, however you want to do it. And then you're just going to click copy. If you don't want anyone to comment or anything on it, you're just going to put viewer, but at least put commenter on this one. Editor would be very kind because that's going to be either me, Miss Stevens, or Miss Roman who are looking at it. Okay, so you go to copy link, hit done, And then you'll go here, and then you'll...
Okay, wait. So just to be clear, they
Mhm.
find this in Google Classroom.
Yes.
They click on, what's the name of it? The assignment?
History Day Prep.
History Day Prep. Oh, I'm so glad. My friend Julie is in the chat, and I missed her at school today, so I'm really happy she's
Oh, good. I'm glad she made it. I hope she's feeling better.
History Day Prep. Then once I click on History Day Prep, I do that crazy thing where I go to the file button and I click make a copy, and then I put my name.
You don't need to make a copy. It will automatically do it for you.
Okay. So I don't want to do that because then I might not be able to find it.
Yeah, it'll put it in your drive.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so it's already there. Okay, so then you're going to copy and paste the link to your bibliography here so that we all the teachers can access it easily. Okay? And then your thesis statement we worked on last week, right? So all of you, most of you should have a beautiful thesis statement. You're just going to copy and paste that here. So there's a lot of things that we've already done before we do the timeline. Do we want to give some time to do those pieces right now?
Yes. And then
Yes.
that way, if they have any tech problems or can't find anything, so then what we're going to do for you is the teachers are on our own time going to go through these and help decide where you need more support. Maybe we want to tweak your thesis statement with you. Maybe I want to get in and do some help for your annotative bib. This makes it really easy for us all to find it in the same place because I had such a hard time last time finding everyone's annotative bib. So, okay, so how do we open?
Okay, question. This is a PowerPoint file, but if you just click on it, you're going to go to open with, if it will give you
So I'm going to give him directions. So we're going to go to Google Classroom for History Day.
For History Day.
Okay, then once you're in Google Classroom, the assignment is called
History Day Prep.
History Day Prep. So everybody's opening the assignment called History Day Prep. Now, are they sharing this with their friends of their group?
Yes, they could share it with their friends. So if you are working with a team, you're going to decide who is going to be the person who shares it. Okay? So like Ari, I know you're working with a team, so go ahead and share that with your team so that everybody has that same document. Okay?
So either Yasmin or Ari needs to decide who's in charge there and then share with the other one.
Mm-hmm. And so when you open it, it'll give you an option up here. I don't know why it's not popping up for me, where it says open with, and you're going to choose Google Slides. So open with Google Slides. Let me put that in there. Okay, then this is the first step. We've already done this. You're going to type in your topic. So type your topic in that box. Okay, perfect, Emma. You're right on track. Look at this, right?
You know what? I'm going to bring everybody what they wanted, Takis, or like Clara wants cosmic brownies. But you know what I feel? I'm feeling like if your whole group is here, tell me in the chat and I'll bring you soda. So I think Jasmine, Abby, and Ari are the whole group of Riot Girls. So if that's right, if your whole group is here, tell me in the chat and then tell me what kind of soda, and I'll bring soda for you also, because that's very impressive.
That is really incredible.
And I think I might have, that's what I think. So Riot Girls, go ahead and tell me. And then who else? Emma. I have all of Emma's group because it's just Emma. And I have all Malia's group because it's just Malia.
And you have all of Clara's group too, I think.
Yay! And I've got all of Alexa's group. So if I have the whole group from you, tell me what kind of soda you want in addition. Like, do you want Sprite or Coke? I am pretty sure that my Riot Girls group wants Coke. You are going to get both, Abby, because your whole group's here. So you're
Oh,
going to get Takis for you being here, and then you're going to get soda for your whole group being here because, Pepsi it is. Okay, Abby, I got you. Okay, continue. I'm just really excited that these guys are so hardworking.
I know. Yeah. No, that's a great reward. Okay. Let's see. So you're going to put your topic in here. I think we've all had time to do that. Yes. Okay. Then you're going to now go to your drive and open your annotated bibliography. And then you're going to copy and paste. I don't know why. This is not an annotated bibliography. It's just a Google Doc to show you. For some reason, I can't share it. What's going on?
This is why we have you be the teacher in charge, because you are so good at the tech, and I would be like,
that's why. Let me sign back in. I don't know why.
All right, Alexa, I got your Sprite on your group.
Come on, come on.
And Janice, I got you too. Good job. These guys are, I'm so excited. I hope I get
then you're going to go. Then you're going to go there. And then remember, I'm sorry, my computer's like, it is 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. Why are you making me work? You're going to make sure that this says anyone with the link, and you can change that by clicking on it. So probably says restricted right now. You're going to click on anyone with the link, make sure it says editor so that we can go in and help you with, like, if we see a word misspelled or like a comma misplaced, just the little things. And then copy link. Okay, then once you copy that link, you're going to paste it on this slide. And then all these down here that says not sure where to start, that's just if you need help with like how to write an annotated bibliography, how to research. But most of you on here have been with us every week, so you're fine.
But anything you don't know or you're confused about, go look at those lessons. Like maybe you still don't feel confident. It might be great to look at the lessons. So
yeah, there might be something that you've forgotten or that we didn't go over with you. There's a lot of information in them. Okay, now you have your annotated bibliography. Please let me know if I'm going too fast and you want me to slow down. Okay, then we have our thesis statement. Everyone worked on their thesis statement. That was last week, right? And we had some really beautiful thesis statements. You guys worked really hard on that. And I think Wednesday last week, you kept working on it after school. Yes, Tinker. Yes, it can be a Sprite. Emma, I'll check yours in a little bit. Yeah, yes. And then you're going to put your thesis statement right into this box right here. Okay. So wherever you have it, you can copy and paste it. You don't need to type it all again.
I got to tell you, the boys who are doing the Sousa performance were super smart, and they caught me in the morning before school and we worked on their thesis, and it is phenomenal. So if you are a person who comes early in the morning and gets me fresh one-on-one, I highly recommend sneaking in and having me look at your thesis, because it was so easy for me because it was just like, even if it's just different days. So that's a little hint about getting your thesis completely done. Elijah figured me out. It was good.
He's like, I know, I see you.
Emma's going to start practicing too, so it's going to be good.
Okay, so then now we're all ready for tonight. Yes?
Thumbs up or say yes in the chat if we're ready. If you have your thesis, your annotated bib.
Okay, Ari, you're just going to go through the slideshow and in the boxes, do what it says. So you're going to put your topic, then a link to your bibliography, and then your thesis statement. Okay, now we're going to talk about this, the most important thing before you start building. Okay, Jasmine. put what you have for your thesis statement in there and we can help you in there. Okay. All right. So when we have a timeline, we know what a timeline is, maybe not. It can be laid out vertically, which is like this, or horizontally, like this, right? A lot of times we see timelines like this horizontally, and there's like little dates, and then there's events or pictures of what happens on that timeline. I notice I'm backwards, so no, wait, that's right. I don't know. Or if it's vertical, it'll go like the furthest back all the way to like present day. Okay. So your timeline is really important. I don't know why we're saying yes. I think because they were ready to go on.
I just want to make sure that they're actually on and like listening, because I'm not buying Takis and soda for people who aren't paying attention.
That's right.
We need this part. Okay. All right.
It's a big shopping trip here.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Okay, so your timeline, you're going to include all of the important events and people, as well as other connected events. So if you have a topic that maybe like relates to other things that are more well known, then you can include that as part of your timeline, just as reference. So can you think of an example of that, Ms. Stevens? Miss History Brain over there.
Can you ask me the question again?
So I'm saying if they have a timeline, right, of this topic, maybe people don't know a lot about, they could include other related events that for reference.
Yes. Okay. So Dorothea Dix, who's my Dorothea Dix in the house? You paying attention to me? You've got to know, along with her timeline, when Lincoln becomes president, when the Civil War starts, because her life is lined up against the Civil War. So you need the major events of her life: when she was born, if she went to college, if she inherited money, when she opened her first asylum for the mentally ill. But you also need to know when Lincoln came to power. And remember, her friends are Charles Sumner and Thaddeus Stevens. When did they become elected? Because they're famous Congress people, some in the Senate and some in the House. So those friends need to be in there too. So in Tinker versus Des Moines, Julie, your group, you want Beth's major, like when was Beth born, but then when was her brother born? But then you need to know like when the case happened, and like Tinker versus Des Moines, you guys need to know Vietnam facts. So you need to know, when did the Vietnam War start? What are some major events in the Vietnam War? Riot Girls, you need to know some things about women. So you're going to need to know some things about feminist history and like transgender history. So you're going to need to know like what rights were women fighting for at the time. My guess is it's 1990s. So there's going to be Roe versus Wade controversy for sure. Glass ceiling stuff. So you bring the timeline right up to the present, Abby. So you bring the timeline right up to the present. Let me think. Okay, so Clara, you have the biggest timeline. It's going to be extremely long, sweetie. You're going to have to go back and look at the major building of the pyramids and like the ones we just want to center on in antiquity. And then you probably are going to have a modern day one of who's trying to preserve it. So Clara, you're probably going to have two. Like when the ancient buildings were built, and then when did we start trying to save the pyramids? Like, was that 1800s, 1900s? Emma, yours is going to be really easy. It's just your character's life and then missing women. And so then you're going to do your character's life and then the missing Indian women, and then any bills or laws that help protect missing or Indian women. Malia, your character's very easy. Just look at Shirley Chisholm's life. All of her major things are going to be all you need. Good job, you guys. Hi, Irad. Remind me what your Seneca Falls, right?
Okay, he's in Seneca Falls. Good.
So did I tell Seneca Falls what they need? Seneca Falls, you guys are also bumped up right around the causes of the Civil War. I think you're 1840. So you're going to need some of the really awful things like Seneca Falls, write this down. You're going to need to know when John Brown's raid is. If that's close to you, you're going to need to know when Nat Turner's raid is. And you're definitely going to need to know when Bleeding Kansas is. And Seneca Falls, if you need, I can put that in the chat. Hi, Sophia. Oh, Sophia, for her timeline, you're going to need Jacob Riis's life, and then you're going to also need children's working in factories. When did they start working in factories? How many factories, like that, like where in your timeline? And then the law that ends that stops that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's talk about how you're going to create that timeline. So if I go to my Google Drive, you're just going to create a new Google slide. Okay. So this, we're just going to use Google Slides tonight because I think that's the easiest. You can just take this and you're going to draw a line across. So there's
to be honest, I wouldn't know how to do that. Can you tell us how you did that?
So I clicked on line, just click on it once, and then it turns into this little plus sign guy. So you click and drag where you want your line to go all the way across. Okay, so that is kind of your timeline to start. Then you're going to add events, okay? So in order to do that, you're going to click on text box up here and then just add a text box. In that box, it's going to give you really big font, so you can change the size. I would put it at like 10 because you're going to have to fit a lot on here. You're going to put the date and the event, and with like a short description, like a few words, because you're going to probably have a lot of information. And then you can center that if you want to. Oh, didn't do it all. There. Okay. So for each of your entries, you're going to have the date, event with a very short description. Okay. And then you'll place those along your timeline. You can do, if you want to go just straight across, one right after the other, you can do above and below. But think of the timeline as like a number line, right? So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all the way across. You're going to keep going in order of date all the way across. Okay. Do we want to take some time to start that?
Yeah, I want them all to have time to work and then ask us questions.
Okay, so let's do 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. So for 10 minutes, draw your timeline. Can I get them to, like, in the title of the timeline, put their name and their topic? So Clara, you could just do something as simple as like Clara Pyramids, right? And Malia, you could just do something as simple as Chisholm Malia. But I need to be able to see it quick when I help you guys so that it grounds me.
Okay, so you'll just put a text box at the top with that. Okay. Here we go. Let's 3 to 5 minutes. I think you might need more time than that. Oh, 3 to 5 bands. Got it. So 10 minutes, that means we'll check back in at 7:33. Do we want music? Yes, no.
Emma, yes. You're going to look at your girl's life, and then I want you to go to Google and type in the dates for missing Native American women, and then I want you to add those in. Abby, we need to pick your 3 most important bands, and each one of you guys put a different band on the timeline.
Okay, I zoomed in so you can kind of see how that looks. All right, I'm going to put music on. There we go. And 10 minutes, we'll check in at 7:34. All right, that was a quick 10 minutes. I wish I could like fade out the music because it always feels so abrupt when I stop it.
Okay, if you're still here, I need to know so you get your talkies. So tell me if you're still here in your timeline. And even better yet, tell me if there's any question you have. Like, tell me how it went. If you're like, we're doing great, like you can just be Clara, great. Or Clara, I need help. So tell me your name and then, hi, James.
Just give us a quick little check-in.
Hi.
Okay, that's fine. That's 2 more than you had before.
That's great.
Yeah.
Janet, 2 parts to our timeline. I'm liking that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so some of you asked what to do with this. So you have this document in your drive somewhere, right? Oh no, wait, sorry, that's not what I want to do. Now you're going to click on share and do the same thing. Oh.
Guys, don't tell me your period. Tell me how it's going. Tell me if things are good or not good.
Did you start the timeline? Have you shared it with people? How many events do you have in it? That's kind of what we want to know right now.
Clara's got it. She's nailing it. That's what we're looking for, what Clara's doing. That's the A right there. Janet's nailed it. Clara's doing it. Good job.
All right, then you're going to change it. Anyone with a link, copy link, just like you did for the other one.
Jace, good to see you.
You'll put it right here, even if you're not done with your timeline, because we don't expect you to be done with it, just so that you have the link here.
I just want to say how proud I am. Look at this comment that just came up. I'm pretty sure this is Jocelyn's comment, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm doing good, and I've shared with my group, and we're talking about what to put on the timeline. Especially for my performers, that's so important because those are going to turn into scenes. So what do you want to act out? What do you think the climax is? What are good emotional moments? Same thing with the documentary, Clara. Like, what's going to keep people's attention? So, like, with Bikini Kill, we were talking about the discrimination that they were faced and the misogyny. I want events. What happened? Did people spit on them, throw things at them? Like, we want to put detailed, like, attacks. So we did Dolores Huerta last year, and there was a time where her brother was attacked and almost killed for wearing a zoot suit. And he came in and he was completely bloodied. And we did a scene where she was comforting her brother and she was shocked and she couldn't understand why people did that just because of the color of his skin. And that's why I believe Oksana went on to finals at state, was because that scene was so powerful. So we need those kind of scenes.
And we need to know what those events were so that we can tell that story. And every project, not just performances, but every single project is going to tell a story in a different way. So we want to see what are the pieces within that story.
So Emma's is a good example. So she's going to start with the girl finding out her mom is missing and she's going to panic. And then her timeline has to be scenes to trying to find her mom. So she's going to get pieces of information. But while you do that, Emma, you need other women who go missing. So you hear on the news about another woman missing and then another woman missing. And then you find out about, so you're going to need, when your mom, your character's mom went missing, and then the indigenous women around you and around the country that go missing within those years that she's looking for her mom. So she looks for her mom for 24 years. So you need the major cases of Indian women missing, specifically of her tribe and her surrounding area.
Question from Janet. I had to take that off. If we add when she began writing a letter to Abraham Lincoln, can we add a picture of the letter?
We'll use the exact letter because we're in performance. We will print that exact letter. We'll read it as part of our performance.
Yes.
That's why it's got to be sourced. It's going to work as a prop and it's going to work as information.
Yeah. And anything for any other category, that works too. I mean, if it's an exhibit, we'll put it on the exhibit. Or documentary, you'll have it in the documentary or the website.
But documentary and performance especially, we need those gritty moments of emotional appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Emma, you got it. Because your character has to find out about other women missing.
Mm-hmm.
and any laws to try to find them, or any other people who try to help her find them.
Or any laws that hurt them.
Or hurt them, yeah. Good,
Mhm.
yeah. Good.
Or hid the truth. Okay.
Oh,
Do we
can I
want
add
to
something about timelines to help them a lot?
What's that?
So back to Jocelyn's comment, because I know she's really smart. So she's saying, like, what do I put in my timeline? One of the things that we really need to talk about is a clear beginning and a clear end. Okay. So Clara, yours is the hardest for this. So you can literally, your whole document, Terry, probably should start with the first people trying to preserve the pyramids to today. We probably don't want to go back and talk about how they were built and stuff. We just want to talk about preserving them, who's preserving them, why they're preserving. You don't have time to do all of that. So your timeline is going to be more focused on that, on who's preserving them, when, and why. And you can't have all the pyramids. Pick either the Great Pyramid or pick the Sphinx. Pick something big. So I'd either do the Great Pyramid or the Sphinx and narrow that down, or it's going to get away from you. Seneca Falls, you guys need to look at what happened at Seneca Falls. Your whole play is going to be Seneca Falls. Why they did it, like the scene that led up to it, then the huge Seneca Falls thing, and then what happened after. And it's really going to be concentrated right at that meeting.
Image and Sight is on a timeline. I say yes.
I want to say yes too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, why redo it? Especially if you're like,
oh, she's just saying she found one that she already liked.
Yeah, use it. Yeah. We're not,
and then we can even print it and add our own stuff or write over it too.
Yeah, I would say use it, but then leave room to add more things.
Because we're going to go more in depth probably in certain parts. Yeah. I think that's Vivian.
Okay. Does anyone want us to look at what they have? And kind
Somebody want us to put a sample one up and we can talk about what's good and what they could work on, like as an example. Anybody willing to be my example person?
What if we can't read the writing on the letter?
Oh, don't worry, I'll fake it.
Well, I got you. And I'm sure we can probably find it at a different site. Sometimes you'll see a better one somewhere.
I don't know.
But that's going to be
hard. Those letters,
a long time ago.
Right. A lot of them have disintegrated and are in pretty bad shape. So the site we were looking at is pretty reputable. So if we can't read it off of there, I don't know. And I couldn't read it. I looked 2 sites already.
Do you think maybe there's going to be like a digital one that like they've used technology to figure out what it actually says?
That would be a great thing to do. And oh my gosh, I need to make an announcement. This is really big. If you weren't paying attention, pay attention right now. This is huge. And I'm going to give it to only the people at this group. So I contacted the librarian at, what the heck's the college called again?
Cal State San Bernardino.
Yeah, Cal State San Bernardino. And the librarian there is going to help set up interviews for every one of your groups with historians. So for example, for those letters, Janet, we can set you up with a Lincoln historian or a Dorothea Dix historian who spend their whole life studying this. And you can analyze, you could interview them about what they think needs to be in a play or the most important moments. If you sign up right now in the chat, I will send her an email tonight to get you as many interviews as possible. Those all go in your annotated bib, and they are going to make amazing research to get you to go to finals. Like that's going to be the difference. It's going to break us through at state. Yeah, Jocelyn, it's the real deal. So
it is that exciting. Is this what you wanted?
You sign up for Janeth by right now saying, my group wants in and remind me of your topic just to be kind to my old brain.
Yes, Clara, you need to interview them. We definitely need that for you.
So I have Clara with, but Clara, I need you to pick Sphinx or Pyramid right now so that I can set those up. Okay, Clara's my first one that's in for sure.
Jorge George. I don't know who you really are.
Riot Girls is in.
Is that what you were asking for? Like what it's supposed to look like?
Okay, Dorothea Dix's group is in.
Yes, Jasmine, sign up. There's a moth.
Clara, you got to tell me Sphinx or Great Pyramid because I got to set that up tonight. Jocelyn, remind me where are Seneca Falls, I think. I know, it's going to be really cool. Yes, Jasmine, absolutely. Yes. In fact, you need to sign up more than anyone. And we're doing Alice Paul, right? Remind me that I'm right. All the pyramids or just the Great Pyramid? Perfect, Clara. Thank you for that, honey.
Perfect.
Okay, so thanks, guys, for helping me. I think I'm getting close for sure. Wayland Chapel. I wonder if we can get somebody to interview from Wayland Chapel. I wonder if we can get a background on that. Hey, Jocelyn, I want set ideas. Let's see if we can find out what that looked like. So Miss Valverde and I can help you build a set that looks like the chapel. That could be really cool, Jocelyn. Okay, this is getting really exciting.
This is exciting.
Okay, Abby, your sweet girl already got you signed up.
Yeah, Riot Girls is good.
Okay, so the groups that are getting interviews that have signed up so far for interviews is Dorothea Dix's entire group is good. Seneca Falls' group is good. Pyramids group is good. And Riot Girls is good. If anybody else wants the chance to do interviews, you need to put it in right now. Because I'm going to, and Tinker versus Des Moines, Julie. Okay, that's who we're doing.
That's awesome. Okay, does anyone want us to look at their timeline and give feedback, or do we need another work period, another 10 minutes? Let us know in the chat so we can help you how you would like to be helped.
Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to call on somebody and see if they'll say yes, because the timeline that I'm most good with, I need either Seneca Falls or Dorothea Dix to say yes, because I can help with that timeline.
Oh, Janet says, can you help with ours?
Oh, Janet said yes, so that's it. Okay. Dorothea Dix it is. Let's look at Dorothea Dix.
Is it in, did you put a link in your file in the slideshow? Or do you have it on a separate document?
Are we talking to Janeth? Janeth, yeah. We're talking to you, honey. Jocelyn, any pictures you can get, throw them in the bottom in your annotated bib so I can see them. Yeah, Janeth's on it. She's amazing.
She's on top. Oh, here, I see it right here. Good job. Okay.
Nice. All right, blow that baby up. Okay. She's born in 1802 in Maine. 61, she starts writing Lincoln. Okay, he's elected in 60. He's shot in 64, right?
Well, it says 1860. Yeah.
So let me do we have the date that Lincoln shot? Let me check it right now. Okay, Lincoln's death date is April 15th, 1865.
Okay, I'm going to move this over here because we want to have it in order of how things happened.
Emma, you're going to have to go mostly through your girls and then just big cases because there's going to be thousands of women. But if you can put a bunch of them in, we can do an actual like rap in their honor that could be really powerful where we list off a bunch of girls and do a rap or a song like in your performance that'll give everyone like chills, like a montage. In fact, would you put that in the script, honey? Because that could be life-changing. And that way we can pay homage to these poor women who died. Okay, Janet, let's talk through what you need. So you have this, she's born in Maine. She took part in the Civil War in 81. Was she educated, and if so, where? And was she married? So some common questions you're going to be asking about all your women, and this is true of Seneca Falls too. So Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Frederick Douglass, all those guys. You need to know birth. You need to know death, and those go down first. Then you're going to look at education. I'm putting them in the chat to help you. You're going to look at education next. Then you're going to look at family. It's really important. Was there any major deaths? So did their dad die when they were 4? Did their mom remarry? Did the stepdad abuse them? Those details in their formative years are important. So when they're young, you're looking for education and family. It's really important you look for economic status, rich or poor, and how poor. Are we talking about like couldn't eat poor, or so rich that they had multiple servants? Then you need to look at their health. So you'll just do a quick search. So you do Dorothea Dick health. And was she healthy her whole life? Then nothing goes on the timeline. But if she had a cough, or maybe you find out she had a lung infection, then I can put that in a play and she can cough and fight with her lung infection. So I need to know about her health. Then what's really tricky but really important is, did they get married? Did they have kids? And did they have affairs? So if you're doing Alexander Hamilton, his affair ends up leading to his death. So it would have to be on the timeline, right? So maybe they were secretly LGBTQIA. And back then, you couldn't come out. So that would go on the timeline. Maybe they were accused of it but weren't. That would go on the timeline. And then if they have anything they've written, and this is really important, any books that they've written themselves and put into the canon, those are primary sources. Every song that the Riot Girls do becomes a primary source. Our Riot Girls annotated bibliography will probably be 60 pages long because it'll have all those songs and why.
Yeah, and you have all those lyrics that you can look at for, your evidence, to support your claim, your thesis.
And it's all quoted, so it's going to be perfect for an exhibit. Mm-hmm. If you have something that has a lot of quotes, it's just absolutely the best for exhibits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Our words are so limited.
What did I mean? Oh, and then major events of the time. So for example, let's talk about Dorothea Dix. You can't just say she took part in the Civil War. It's way too vague. So you need to say she's a nurse. Where did she go? Where was she nursing? What state was she in? What battles were close to where she was nursing? So if she was in Pennsylvania, she might have been close to Gettysburg. But if she was in Tennessee, she could have been close to Vicksburg. And that matters because Gettysburg is the bloodiest day in American history still. Well, the bloodiest battle. But 3 days, over 500,000 people dead. So if she was near Gettysburg, that would be one of the most important things in her life. Where if she was on the Eastern Front, she's born in Maine, she might have seen no fighting up north. She might have been so far north that she was just helping curry letters. But we need to know, was she actually like sewing people's legs back on? Like, what was she doing in the war? How intense was it? And also with Dorothea Dix, you need every single asylum she opened and who she opened it with.
Okay, we want to switch to Vivian's.
This is great. Look, you can see her doing the work right now. Yeah, let's switch. We're gonna put this up as a video, and we're gonna like tighten it, and so we'll have these things. But once again, it's like birth, death, education, early family life, late family life relationships, and then major accomplishments.
Vivian, I need your link. I don't know how to find it.
Does Vivian have the rest of everything in there or no?
No. I don't see anything in here. Is she working with a group or by herself?
Yeah, no. She's group.
Well, she's with a group, right? So who has it in your group? Who else is in that group that I might find?
Julie, I think, is that group. Wait, we're talking about Viv. Viv has
She has like 4 other people.
Allison, right? Julie, and Vanessa, I think. Oh, we're gonna find out if I'm right.
Let's see.
You're welcome, Janet.
I don't see. Who was the other one? Allison, Julie, Vivian, and
so Vivian, can you help? She said check Julie's. She's saying check Julie's. So Vivian, did you put the link in, or did Julie put the link in? I think Julie. She shared the slide to us, so it's Julie. Julie's our girl.
Oh, there. I'm on it.
Okay. Oh, Julie, we need that link to your timeline.
Yeah, Julie, I need the link. Or wait, let me try this. Hold on.
Jace is going to do the coolest topic. Jace, make sure you write down your topic so you don't lose it. Jace is going to do the rights of journalists.
Julie's phone died? Oh, my goodness.
Well, we are pretty much at 4 minutes anyway, so we can work on this more in class. We're going to do, okay, big announcement. In addition to what we did here, we're going to do a 2-day seminar in school to help you catch up, where you have full access to us. And we're going to give you all the support you need, including Jace. I'm going to teach you how to build a website, you and me. But don't forget your topic, because journalist integrity and the freedom of press is probably one of the most important things in the world. Judges are going to love it. It'll get you ready to be a better writer. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Jace will help you all along the way. We'll give you steps to follow, and you're going to turn in a great one. Okay, so yes, 2 days. I get to teach for 2 days. I'm so excited.
They're so excited. They get to have you.
I'm so excited. So, yeah, that's exciting. So, okay, let me explain what happens after you finish this History Day prep. So once this History Day prep assignment's done, and like you have all the links and you have all the boxes filled in, then that tells me that you're ready to work on your project. So if your exhibit, that tells me you're ready to start thinking about how stuff's going to go on your boards and what it's going to look like. If your performance, that means you're ready to start writing the script. If your website, you're ready to start planning your website. And documentary, same thing. So this is like the big first step that tells us that you're prepared for the next level, which is so exciting because this is the fun part.
And for documentary, website, performance, and paper, okay? Everything but exhibit. So listen to me. The most important thing for me is a detailed timeline. I can save you on anything else. But if you can get a detailed timeline in, you'll save us hours. So don't worry about your annotated bibs right now. Worry about your timelines. Because once you can show me exactly like what happened at Seneca Falls, exactly when Dorothea Dix opened her asylums and where, when you can do that, we can write your play. We're ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Alberti, for all your hard work.
Yeah.
Talkies, they've got to sign off right now, and then
that's right. Tell us you're still here. You stayed the whole time.
Or Clara wants her brownies.
And then Miss Stevens will treat you because she's just so kind.
No, Janet, your annotated bibliography will be a work in progress. You've already, there's no like final annotate. We'll be doing your annotated bibliography until the day you go to nationals.
Yeah. Annotated bibliography is forever. And at each competition, we finalize it for that competition. And then when you make it to the next competition, you work on it some more before the next one. So it's never done.
So what does need to be done, though, is that timeline, because we write the script off the timeline. and then we research based on the timeline. So when the timeline is set, everything gets easy. After that, it's all fun. We're going to start doing costumes and set and scenes, and we get to start doing our interviews, and like everything comes from the timeline. All right, as soon as I read your name, you're free to go, and you'll get your good stuff. Janeth is free to go. Jasmine, thank you so much. Have a great day. Alexis is free to go. Daniel, thank you. I hope you got out a lot of this. Mrs. B. Yuli is here, and she's good to go now. Thank you. Jocelyn. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. You're so classy. I really appreciate you. That's so kind. Ari, we got you, honey. Daisy, we've got you. Anybody else still here? Clara is still here. Thanks again for those of you who are so kind to say thank you. Oh, you guys are awesome. And Jasmine, yes. See me tomorrow morning. That would make my life amazing.
And Emma.
And then my friend Abby is still here, which is great. You're good to go. And then my friend Emma. Julie, we know, is still here. Her phone died, so we'll count that. Love you all, Jace. Got you covered tomorrow. And I think that's good, right?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you hand typed the link? Oh my goodness. That's
yes, I'll be there tomorrow after school so we can finish timelines and start writing. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
Vanessa, thank you, Vanessa. I've got you. I lost Jimena, I think. If she's still here, she should probably tell me.
Yeah, where did she go?
I think everybody else is good. You guys are amazing. We really, really, really appreciate you. Have a great day.
You are incredible. Okay, now go to bed because you have school tomorrow.
Go have fun and play video games because you deserve it.
At a decent time.
See, you're the good angel on the good shoulder, and I'm like the devil.
Just go do whatever. No, go to bed, kids.
Just have fun.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.